We talk about all the time on here Toyota and how much they do for this sport, how much they do for drivers, how much they do in driver development, how they're investing in areas that other OEMs in our sport are not. We've never had a guy like you come on this show and ask this question. What all resources does Toyota actually bring to the table for you? Because it seems like they're almost in it, just literally anything and everything.
It's become there that way. When I started working with them, I was 13. I was racing late models, and it wasn't quite what it is now. And now it's, simulator. There's a full-time, world-class gym in Cornelius that I go to every day of the week, with full-time trainers, full-time video sound people, full-time nutritionists. Like, man, it is crazy, right? And that's a whole separate deal just for the drivers, not for car performance, right? So they have obviously massive investments in making the cars faster, but now they're getting massive investments into making us faster because they've kind of seen it like I have disconnect, right? Where the cars are here and the drivers are here and you're both working towards the same goal, but you're working on different things at the same time. And, man, it is crazy. It is really, I got in a fight, and they hired a full-time MMA guy to teach me how to fight. Literally, like the next day I walk in the gym and there's a guy that's going to teach me how to fight. And I'm okay. I do that once a week now. So
what you're saying is nobody better step up anymore now. You're ready to go now?
No, I wouldn't recommend that. No.
I saw my favorite part of the Noah Daniel situation was the fist bump on the way out for Daniel. That was the highlight of that interchange there for me.
Yeah. I got a lot of flack for that I didn't expect to get. But here's something that I will say. Something that Noah did that I gained a lot of respect back from. So I announced my cup deal, right? And the first person who texted me congratulations and is giving me pointers off of his cup car was Noah Gragson. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
I was pretty shocked by that, man. I hadn't talked to me and him used to be really good buddies, and I haven't talked to him much since we fought. And then, man, the first person that shoots me a text is Noah Gragson. I thought that was kind of neat.
Well, I had told him about your MMA classes.
Oh, there you go.
So
that makes sense now. That makes sense.
So you talk about the cup deal. How'd it go yesterday?
It was fun. It was a eye-opening experience. It was a crazy deal, right? I've never, not a very emotional guy other than I guess when I'm angry, or happy. I've never been the most sentimental guy in the world, gets caught up in the moment. But when after the national anthem and the Jets fly over and there's, a bunch of fans in the stands cheering and we're about to go cup racing, that was a pretty cool moment for me to sit there and be like, man, I'm really about to race with these guys and really about to do this. And, that was something I'll never forget. Just a really cool feeling that someone thought highly enough of me as a driver to put me in a cup car was pretty cool. So, it was a fun race. It was a crazy race. I had track position at times. I didn't at other times. Coming to the last restart, I restarted 8th. Didn't finish there where we should have, but I learned a lot. And if I ever get the chance to do it again, I think I'll be better from it.
Talk to me about that last restart, because me and Brett were talking about that at lunch, waiting for you to get done with all the stuff you got to do. But we noticed. I didn't know if it was planned. I seen you pull up and to the top lane, and then Bell kind of picked you up, and I didn't know if that was a plan or if that was just a move gone wrong. Take us through that last restart.
Yeah, so we kind of had a plan with who was behind me, not even a Toyota guy, the 41. We had a plan to try and go to the top, to try and I would be the leading one car on the very outside lane as soon as we left the restart zone. I was like, that sounds good to me. And so I jumped up there and Busher blocked it perfectly. And once he did, then I was top of 3 or 4 wide and just kind of, lost all my momentum. And I guess Bell and Briscoe and a few other guys jumped up because they still thought that top lane could have rolled, and we just never got it back going good enough again to get to the lead. But yeah, I was planning on trying to go top of 3 or 4 wide or whatever and be the leader of that lane. And then Busher thought otherwise and did a good job.
Those plans are always amazing on the restarts. And then once we go green, everything changes.
Yes, it always sounds great when you're rolling around under caution. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go win this thing. And then as soon as they drop the rag, something different happens, right?
That's why I think Mike Tyson said it best. I go into the ring with this great plan, and then all of a sudden I get punched in the mouth, and the whole thing changes.
That's absolutely right.
Tell me, man, you won 4 races last year in Xfinity. You're obviously ready for the Cup Series. I know that's your long-term goal. Tell me what you learned yesterday racing against those guys that you've never seen in the Xfinity Series. What were the differences?
The differences, aside from the package differences, which is obviously massive, with the huge spoiler, huge runs, a lot of chaos from that, was no one really makes big mistakes, right? In Xfinity and trucks, the biggest thing you can do is capitalize on the big mistakes people make, and leaving you a hole open and doing things like that. You can get track position a little bit easier. In Cup, it's like, if you don't have the track position, even at Talladega, it is hard to get it, man. I spent a lot of time trying to just move through the field and try and get that track position that I had at the end of the race, which wasn't even that great. I was 8th, it wasn't like I was top 5. I was, grinding the whole race to get up there and didn't even get that far. So there's not a lot of mistakes that happen. The margin for error is smaller because everyone expects there for not to be those mistakes to happen. So the moves are a little more aggressive and things happen just so fast. So, hopefully what I want to have happen now is when I step back with Joe Gibbs Racing in the Xfinity Series, I can hopefully have everything kind of slowed down and I can make better decisions. But I'll let you know if that comes to fruition or not.
When's your next Cup start? You know your next Cup start yet?
I don't know yet. I don't know if I'll have another one this year. I don't know if I'll have 10 this year. I have no idea. I hope I can run as many as I can just because I think it'll make me a better driver. But obviously my main focus is in the Xfinity Series. So I have nothing else planned at the moment. And if it stays that way, I'll be just fine with that because I can focus on my main goal, which is to win the Xfinity Series championship and beat my cousin Jeb, who just won. And that's really the main thing for me right now is focusing on that. And if other Cup opportunities present themselves, I'll have to think about if it's right for me and then go and do it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Now that I'm rolling with Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan, I'm going to need a bigger house. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to OfferPad.com and sell my house and get a new one. You need to do the same immediately. OfferPad. Move freely.